production studio head and fan favorite, Tim Schafer. Tim,
Everybody loves Schafer.
Thank you so much for joining us. First off, it's so exciting to have you here. And
Yay.
this game, we're going to straight out
rejoiced.
bat. It's clearly Lee Petty's baby in many, many ways. Bit of a Double Fine legend, I hear.
Yeah, he was our art director on Brutal Legend and Broken Age.
I mean, some of the best games you could ever reel off that someone's worked on. I want to know a little bit more about what it's like working with him and your team bringing his vision to life.
Well, Lee has a really, as you can tell from those games, a really strong idea of what a game should look like and how it should feel.
Yeah.
And he's someone who I've just come to really trust and rely to just have that kind of vision, also be able to execute it. He's really good at technology as well as art, and also leading a team full of people at Double Fine, because it's a very collaborative environment, so you have to have the right touch, you know.
Absolutely.
And so mostly what it's like working with him is I just leave him alone.
Just let him do his
You
thing.
can trust day one he turns up and he knows by day end, he knows exactly what needs to happen. And as you say, it's an element of trust. I think that's really important.
Yeah, especially in a game without any dialogue, so I don't have to worry about him sneaking in any bad language.
Oh, that's such a shame.
Maybe he'll find a way.
We'll find a way to do it on
Yeah.
our
Yeah,
stream
the
when we
spirit
play
is
it,
there.
don't you worry. Yeah. I mean, in some ways, it does feel like this game is a bit of a new chapter for
Yeah.
the studio. Like you said, it is wordless, so nothing to be said there, but it's still atmospheric, still surreal. So what would you say inspired Lee and the team to move in that kind of direction?
Well, a couple of things when we were talking about what his next game should be, we were like, well, what could we do now? Because things have changed for us. We became part of the Xbox family. We have like support and resources we didn't have before. And we're like, what could we not do
Full
before?
Throttle is a great
And,
game. If you haven't
what's
played
a
it,
game
go
that we
play
probably
it.
could never get signed with
Double
a publisher?
Fine did the
It
remaster.
would seem just too far out there, but would be a really personal thing for Lee and his, you know, wanting to do something really beautiful and strange, mysterious, and yet still really charming. And also, I think at that time, a lot of things were going on with a global pandemic. I don't know if you heard about that, but we were all locked inside. And the only way Lee found a lot of escape from that was to go on long hikes through nature. He'd go into the mountains and look at the nature around his house and think about...
I can see where this is going, yeah.
about how the humanity is really threatened. We didn't know what was going to happen. We were kind of scared, and yet nature just kept going and changing and evolving and interacting with each other, and that was really inspiring to him. And he's also a weird guy who has like a lot of interesting tastes. Grew up on like the Dark Crystal and Cronenberg films and surrealist painters, and so put those things together to make something that was chill like nature, but also a little weird.
Yeah.
And I think you'll see that in the game.
Yeah,
Oh,
when you mentioned
100%.
Cronenberg films, I am now slightly worried for the Seabird. But I'm hoping that you're going to
You should be worried if Cronenberg is mentioned.
Well, you're just going to have to... The game's
Yeah,
all-
we're not
I guess
getting
so.
anything
They say
today on
the
that.
it's all about surprise.
History
But
of violence.
It's not a horror game.
Yeah.
Although
Existence.
it's an interesting... Lee's vibe with this game is that it's not some super violent horror game with a lot of blood, but it's also not...
Eastern Promises.
Like just
God,
when you think of a
Cronenberg makes
cozy
good
game,
movies,
they're
man.
like they're sweet and they're
Yeah.
cuddly cats in it. But this is like it's got a weird vibe where the unexpected might happen.
Like atmospherically off. There's something amiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, something lets you
Like
know
you.
that you don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, for sure.
What was it like when you started off with the initial sketches? That must be quite a fun time during the development process where you are still sort of hashing things out, but then moving forward to what we see today, how's that sort of transformation been?
I mean, it was fun to watch Lee and his small crew get together when they just started, and they were just trying different gameplay ideas out. You know, it really was a blank canvas for them to just experiment and experiment with things that are not just, when I mentioned surrealist painters, like it's not just melting clocks, but it's also like the procedure they came up with their art by like tearing up words to make new words, and so that it was fun to watch this process of when the sky's the limit, what you come up with, and watching it evolve to, of course, it just had to be a walking lighthouse.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I want to go back to what you're saying a little bit about the surrealists and paints. I want to stick on art for a moment because naturally everything we've
God,
seen
now
so
I've got
far
the theme song to Full
screams
Throttle in my head.
beauty in Lee's deranged way.
Screaming Beauty is what we call it. Love it.
Can you tell us more about the art direction itself and how that ties to the actual
And then he rides the
mechanics of
motorcycle
game?
over the top. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean,
Full
the
Throttle
art
is a great
direction is,
game.
Very specific vision of
Also
Lee's,
a game
but,
with like a soundtrack
it
written by
relates
an
to,
actual band.
The interactions
like,
that you have in the game it is an adventure game that has puzzles, but they're light puzzles because it's really much more of an atmospheric experience. Not supposed to get stuck on a puzzle. You can't die and you can't fail in the game, but you use the light that the lighthouse has to interact with the world and cause changes to happen. And you also have a companion named Twig, which is this seabird.
The seabird,
Twig.
yeah.
Twig, you can send Twig out to interact with the world too.
Very nice. I mean, you guys are very typically known for quite a lot of experiences that are somewhat reality warping, mind bending. Are we going to see those kind of same
Yeah,
shades?
doesn't
What's really
Double
the
Fine
vibe
have
of
the
the
time
I think,
travel
we talked about
clockwork
the
game
films
coming,
that
Clockwork
inspired,
Revolution? Isn't that Double
Lee,
Fine?
like mentioned Dave Cronenberg or David Lynch. Those films have really weird, unexpected things happen in them. But it seemed at first like nonsense, but there's a kind of a dream.
No,
to
that's
it.
In Exile
It makes
Entertainment. My
sense.
bad.
Yeah, it means
not Double
something, but
Fine.
it's not necessarily clear what it means, and it probably means more than one thing. And it's really open to the player to have this experience of playing this game and try and think about what all the different things mean.
Well, that's going to be interesting when it comes out and see other people's interpretations then, potentially, of what Lee's getting at the game with the relationship between the seabird and the lighthouse. That's really fascinating.
I do love it. Now, I am going to ask you a really important question about the seabird, Twig. Unfortunately, it's going to completely shape my opinion of the game. So, can you pet Twig?
Well, that's an interesting question. I don't want to give away everything that happens in the game.
This is a simple yes or no answer, Tim.
The lighthouse has no
Never gonna be.
arms.
I know, but you guys are weird and you find ways to make things
Smash
happen.
it with a little leg.
Can you smash it with a little leg? Is
Yeah.
also a nickname we call Lee. Can you pet something with light? Let me answer that question with a question.
Okay.
I think that's above my intellect to answer that. I'm going to just say yes
Yes.
to basically make you do
I'm
it.
going to say, rather than just a simple pet, the companionship you'll feel with Twig is something much deeper and beyond physical affection.
Oh, that's a good
Am I
answer.
going to fall in love
That's a
with this
good
bird,
answer.
Tim?
It's the most.
Am I going to fall in love with the lighthouse?
Yes, to both those, because it's a game that has no dialogue, no spoken words at all, but it is a very emotional storyline. Both the lighthouse and
This sounds
the,
like fun.
Seabird
I
Twig
didn't
have character
see
arcs,
the
and they go
reveal
through
of this in
changes,
June because I was busy with stuff.
Metamorphosis.
Yeah, nailed it. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You got it.
This is really. I'm definitely going to want to play
both
this.
of them, but it's all. We're only showing like the very early gameplay footage because things, believe it or not, get a lot weirder than what you're seeing.
Oh,
No
with
way.
you guys?
Yeah.
Never.
Do they
No,
have?
absolutely. So I just want to touch very quickly then, if we're not hearing them speak per se, is it environmental
Go to the
storytelling?
Steam page real
Music,
quick.
I'm assuming, is a really important part as well.
Yeah, the sound design, the animation. You know, a lot of our animators
Planned release
try
date,
to make
October
scenes work if you have
17th.
the volume off. You know, just as like it's the expressiveness of the lighthouse still has a face-like level of expression.
Yeah.
The
I'm
bird is
sure
very
they're going to say
expressive,
during
obviously,
this
and,
at some point.
There are scenes that will make people cry in this game, I think.
I'm not ready for it.
Not
Charlie.
the whole time. Not
No,
the whole
it
time.
will be the whole time, I
Yeah.
swear. Look at the birds.
So
He's going to make me
sweet.
weep already. Well, obviously we got studio here, Henry, so I do have to ask. People are always curious about you guys, what Double Fine is cooking up behind closed doors, and the last time we spoke to you was back in 2021 where we saw Psychonauts 2. So what
a
have you
game.
been up
Oh,
to
yeah,
since then
Psychonauts 2.
outside of Keeper? Can you actually tell us anything you've been doing?
Well, I'm here to announce right now that we are making other games too. We have
Fantastic.
multiple games going on at the studio. And the thing I will say is that they're all brand new. They're all brand new IP.
Wow.
We did Psychonauts 2, and that is keeping us fine for sequels for a while.
Great work on that, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of team effort. Here's some footage of the team.
Yeah, they are working, right?
Except for that guy who's just walking around.
Yeah.
Get to work, Bert. Yeah, we're working on new projects that are brand new IP, and we're excited about sharing them someday.
Oh,
Okay.
just for someday,
You
is
need
it
to
all
make sure
right?
you let us know now, 'cause we're all
We'll let
best
you tell you
pals
first.
and-
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sounds good. Well, Tim, thank you so much for joining us. Do you have any final thoughts on Keeper that you'd like to share?
Well, let's see. Do we talk about the bird? Yeah.
did the birds.
Yeah.
Bird. There's puzzles.
Yeah.
Got
Mentioned
that.
Puzzles.
Love
Check.
those.
Have I mentioned that it's weird but chill?
Yeah, kind of.
More or less.
It-
Did I
yeah.
mispronounce metamorphosizing?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
That's
I
all
didn't
my
hear
talking
that.
points.
Perfect. We've absolutely named them all, and just in time because we have some harder questions for you. Me and Henry are going to start grilling you. A little game that we like to play on
Oh.
Xbox On called This or That.
I can't think quickly, but I'll try.
Well, you're going to have to think pretty quickly. Henry is going to fire some questions at you, and you can either give us one-word answers, or if you need a minute to think, that's fine. But there's some pretty good questions, I won't lie. Henry's
I'll
nailed
do it as
this.
fast as I can.
Game for it?
Lock
Okay.
in.
All right, let's play this or that with Tim Schafer. First up, Jack Black in Brutal Legend or Jack Black in Psychonauts 2?
Oh, well, you could put those together and get Brutal Legend 2, which is not something we're working on. I'll save it for that.
Would you rather work at the Department of Death as a travel agent, or would you rather work as a Psychonaut?
Psychonaut. It has a lot more personal career growth possibilities. They have badges, whereas Manny had kind of a dead-end job.
That's true. Well, seeing as how you'd like to be a Psychonaut, this is a good question. Telekinesis or clairvoyance?
Well, you can do so much with telekinesis, but clairvoyance lets you see how people see you, which is terrifying, and I don't want to know it, so I'll go with telekinesis.
Good pick. Okay, Rad or Raz?
Oh, Lee's game, Rad.
Uh-huh.
Post-apocalyptic 80s roguelike action game. Or Raz, who's a human being, but fictional. But, I'll go with Raz because he's on Game Pass.
Oh, I like that. Would you rather be a lighthouse or a seabird?
Oh. Well, seabirds are cool, but lighthouses get pooped on a lot. And in general in life, what I'm saying is you'd rather be the pooper than the thing that gets pooped on. So I'm going seabird.
Unfortunately, I think I agree, and I never thought I'd have to agree on that statement. But cool. Do you prefer talking animals or sentient objects, if they were real?
I mean, it depends on the object and the animal. I'd rather know what, like, my cat is thinking than know what my toilet is feeling.
Oh.
And I'd rather my toilet not have any thoughts at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're going down a real,
Gross.
theme
Gross
here right
example.
now.
This is gone places.
I apologize for the gross examples, you guys. I don't know why.
We are never doing this game again.
Picture of a safe and a rat. I could have
We're
gone
so
with that.
done. Fantasy or sci-fi?
Science fiction, sci-fi. I like the music better.
Yes, my guy. Okay, would you rather have tentacles
Be the
or two
pooper, not the
heads?
poopy quote by Schaefer. That's right. Easy.
Instead of, well, I'm going to go tentacles because 2 heads is just like another mouth to feed.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Okay. Do you prefer boss fights or platforming?
I like platforming
Yeah, platforming.
on the way to a boss fight. You can have a boss fight at the end, but platforming.
Okay. Now for the big question.
Go.
We're in Germany. I have to ask this. Currywurst or strudel?
Strudel.
Is that what it looks like? They're little, currywurst and
Yeah, that's the best
Strudel.
ones we could
One's
find.
Strudel.
sweet and one's really goopy, but the Schaefers come from a long line of German sausage makers. No joke.
Right.
So I'm going to have to go with the currywurst.
Okay,
Is
there
it
you go.
first?
I'll go.
There we go.
I
Currywurst.
think they'd say
You
currywurst.
should
Strudel.
know.
Strudel.
Yeah.
Hang on, big up the family tree and then say it wrong.
Well, thanks again, Tim. This has been a lot of fun. Remember, guys,
Schaefer's
FIFA
always fun to
launches
have
on
on an
October
interview.
17th, 2025. But you guys can wishlist it today.